their loved one. It is just fucking amazing. And I could just be around that every day and not be fucking phased. The dead does not bother me. It's the living. It's the fucking living. Like, how you ain't supposed to be scared of the dead. You're supposed to be scared of the fucking living, bitch. Half you always be like, I'm scared of the dead. Fuck the dead gonna do to your ass. The dead is the dead. That's why they call it the dead. I'm more scared of the living than I am the dead. Bitch. I don't want to be around the living. Fuck the living. I want to be around, bitch. Bitch, that's why I'm where I'm at. I'm not scared of the dead. I'm not. I'm not. Yeah, but everybody is not mentally strong and mentally sane to be in this profession. You know what I'm saying? So I don't recommend this to everybody because, you can't be immature coming into this profession. You cannot be, you just have to walk in it knowing that, bitch, it is what it is. Bitch, it's a knowing thing. It's a mental thing. I'm back, helping my dad. My dad wanted to leave because I'm at all my siblings. I'm the only one that really helps him with the business. My other siblings, they pop in, run errands for my dad. Like if my dad needs someone to be picked up from, from a hospital or a nursing home or whatever, they'll go do that for him and then just do it. And I really am there. Like I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm there. I do transport. I do all kind of shit for my dad. You know what I'm saying? So if I hire a whole, if I clear the staff team we have now, and not even clear, we could still keep the people, but just hire a whole new staff team. I ain't gotta really do too much. I could just own it, and bitch, just own it, and then still operate. You know what I'm saying? I can still own it, operate it without just being so hands on, and still have my people working for me and doing, doing the everyday necessities and doing the everyday tasks at hand, and really funeral homes, you're not really needing to be there, but the weekends, and may pop in like to clean up, during the week. You're not really just there, unless you have some funerals during the week, but mainly our funeral homes, black people, tend to have funerals on Saturday. Saturdays are the most busiest on, during Saturday. We just be like, Saturdays are just the most, baby, we be so fucking, baby, it'd be so goddamn, just, you can't even breathe on Saturdays, baby. And Fridays is mainly preparation for Saturdays. And so you gotta make sure shit's aligned. Like, you cannot do anything wrong. You have to make sure them bodies are coming out looking spick and span, and I really want to get into this. If you don't have life insurance, you're fucked. You're fucked. Well, what do you mean by that? You're fucked. You have to have life insurance. Because if you don't have any life insurance, we have so many young people that come in there and rent caskets. It's unbelievable. Because, being young, you don't think about life insurance. That's why I'm under a policy. I have pretty much all my dad's kids are under policies. Because he tells us, bitch, my dad would not, like, it's so serious. Where my dad is like, bitch, I'm not gonna claim any kid. I ain't finna have no kid of mine not have insurance or not, you know what I'm saying? Because he just don't want to deal with that. He don't want to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up. To have, how you running that funeral business and your kids don't even have life insurance? That's not even, that don't even sound right. You know what I'm saying? And when I say, bitch, you will be buried in yesterday, one woman went in the ground without a casket. But we see lots of people go in the ground without. You think just because a motherfucker is in that casket on the day of their funeral that they're gonna be buried in that casket? No, 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 mm-mm, no, no, mm-mm. That's not your final resting place, love. Now you can, you can still go on the ground, but you're not taking that casket with you. Okay. So for the ones that don't have insurance, life insurance, that's a huge. That is a huge. Um, At me, you can kill yourself. You ain't dead yet. I told you, me and my dad will bury you when you do die. This faggot don't get enough. Like, why you keep coming out like I don't like you? I thought that was firmly established a long time ago, baby. What you coming to my live for? Talking about some add you as if we cool or we good Judies. Bitch, I don't like you all. Don't fuck with nobody that spread HIV. Especially AIDS. Bitch. No. I'm trying to get this fucking camera to set up. It's being fucking weird. I don't fuck with people that spread HIV and AIDS. That's sick. Hey Reba. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me or is it muffled? Is it muffled or can y'all hear me? Hey, yeah. Um, yeah, and you will go in a bag, okay? A bag. And I shouldn't say, there's been times I've said hefty bag. Hey, Reba, I love you. You will go in a bag. It's like you will go in like in a, basically the bags they put you in the freezer department, you'll go in the bag like that. You'll go in the bag. And we put bands. We'll put a band around the neck area to make sure that the bag is secured. We'll put a band around the middle part of your body to make sure that the bag sticks to the body. And we'll put a band around the legs, and we'll put a band around the feet area. And that makes sure that the bag is secured, and it's not like, yeah. We make sure that you're basically in the bag, and we close it, and we make sure we deflate the bag all the way so there's no air in the bag, and you just go. That's just how you go. That's it. You don't go in there. That is the final thing when you don't have life insurance. You get buried, but you don't get buried in a casket. You can rent a casket all you want, but you don't get buried in a casket. So that's something that I talk to my nieces and nephews about that all the time. Getting life insurance that's more important in my household than anything. Yeah. A lot of people don't know that because they don't teach that. They wait till you die, and then it's like, oh my God, what do we do? It's like, oh wow, we're here, but what do we do? You know? And sometimes it'd be too late because see, a funeral home, they give you time, but they don't give you time. We give families time to come up with whatever you're gonna come up with, and we do payment plans and all that. But you gotta put a deposit down, and that deposit can be pretty pricey. And if you don't have the deposit, 9 times out of 10, my dad is gonna then recommend that you rent the casket. And then once the casket's rented, you go through with the funeral. And then you know how, and this is how you also know how, because a lot of people be asking me, well, how can you tell? A lot of times If okay, because it could be either they're getting cremated or they don't have life insurance. If because if 9 times out of 10, if the so at the end of the funeral, when you know when the police on the motorcycles getting ready to um basically escort the family that line to the cemetery, when they don't sometimes it can be either or, and sometimes you can ask the family, you can ask the immediate family, but 9 times out of 10, if they're not being cremated and they're not being escorted directly to the cemetery after the funeral home, they probably the funeral home is gonna take that body back to the cemetery. um what they're gonna do is they're gonna remove the body out of the casket, put it in the freezer, wait until like a day or two, and then call the family and ask them what day would they want to go and do the burial. And the family can say, okay, well, if the funeral is on Saturday, well, let's do it Wednesday. So we take the body back to the cemetery. We take the body back to the funeral home, and then we unload the body from the casket. That casket then goes back on. We clean it, we disinfect all that, and then that casket would then go back in display or for sale because it was rented. That casket will go back for display once after it's clean. And also, if the casket is not cleaned properly, because anytime a body has been in the casket, it has to be sanitized, and you can't just sanitize it with just a Dollar General or a dollar store sanitizer. We have a special kind of sanitizer we use to sanitize it out, because it can't just be put back out there without being sanitized the proper way. And I've sanitized them plenty of times. We use a sanitizer, and so I don't like after I sanitize, I just close them and leave them where they at. We have a marker. We have like this little marker we put on it, and that way it'll tell the crew that comes in the next following day or the day after that which one's been cleaned and which ones haven't been cleaned. And they'll just remove that marker and they'll just put it in display. So once the body is then removed from the casket, we then put the body in a bag. The bag is what you'll be buried in. We'll put you in that bag, and then we'll deflate the bag all the way. Make sure that we have a machine, like, so you know how like meat in the store, they have that machine to where like it sucks all the air out. A machine like that, we have the same machine. We suck all the air out and make sure that there's no air in the bag, and then we seal it. We wrap it up, and then we just band the feet, band the leg, band the middle of the body, and we band the neck area. And then we just transport the body to the cemetery. And we don't just transport them. We have these boxes. They don't just go in the ground. We have like little boxes. It's like a box with a little lid on it. It's not special. It's just a wood box, and we just put them in the box, and then from the box we just take the box, and we just wait on the family to get to the cemetery. And we do the same thing as a grave site. We just we have a pastor come out, give the eulogy all over again. We pray, and then we just the same thing. We just lift it on the lifter, the thing we roll down, and then the body go all the way down to the ground. We load it on that, and then we go with the eulogy. Once the eulogy said, I go and I spin the thing down all the way, and then we just we'll either give the box a push, and then it'll just go in the dirt. and we just remove that the lifter to the side, and then um, sometimes people want to see their bodies get the dirt put on, and we've had several families ask, "Can we just leave and then just have the people that work for the cemetery do that?" Um, and if they do, they'll just get the shovel and just shovel the dirt on the box, and then that's it. And sometimes, and what's so sad is, have you? And a lot of times you could be you could be in the in cemeteries, and people don't even have like any kind of like marker. They don't have like a any kind of like uh they don't have any kind of headstone. They don't have any kind of marker that says their body's been there. And if it's been pretty recent, you could tell, because you could see some dirt. You could just see dirt, like a little dirt patch, and after time, grass grows onto that. So you could be walking on dead bodies and not even know it, and not even know that that's a body's been there, or a body has just been, because the family or the individual probably didn't have life insurance or enough money to get a headstone. You know what I'm saying? So this is why it's so important. And I know sometimes y'all may be like, well, once I'm dead, I'm dead. I don't give a fuck about none of that. But it's still the principle, and it's still the fact. You don't want to be done like that. And to me, it hurts me every day. I go into work and have to do that to families' bodies, and put them in boxes and stuff. That shit, it rubs me the wrong way every time I do it. I don't like doing that. That shit makes me feel uncomfortable. To have to put families in boxes that are not caskets. That shit rubs me the wrong way. And there's days I've gotten emotional, because I know that these people, I don't know, it's fucked up. It's just fucked up. So, just that's why I preach life insurance. And even like look up, like sometimes your ancestors could have left money behind for their grandchildren, their great grandchildren. Look into that, because I didn't know my great grandfather left money behind for me and my siblings, but he did. Um, it can't be touched unless it's an emergency. So we have money that's put up, but we have access to it in case of emergency, and it's a blessing that he did that, because if he didn't do that, baby, it's been plenty of times we have used that money. It's a great amount of money that's there for our use whenever we need to. But just look into your ancestry.com is very useful. Just don't be on this app being a faggot all the time, 24/7. Like, look into like your history, because that's important. My grandfather my mom's dad was he was a Navy SEAL. So my mom has extreme. She gets benefits out this world, because her dad was a Navy SEAL. He was in the service. He left money out this fucking world behind for me and my siblings. So it's important. A lot of y'all don't even know your grandpa, your grandpa, your grandma, your great grandpa, your great grandma, your great. You know what I'm saying? Just look into that. Don't be no faggot. Just pump the brakes sometimes and look into what your family. Because a lot of people didn't know. I've turned my actual real life friends onto finding out that, oh my God, I didn't know my grandfather left this shit behind for me. And shit be with your name on it. Like, shit be like that legit. I know there's one friend, I have a friend that her grandfather, she didn't like get the, her grandfather met her as a baby, but she didn't, it wasn't a time she just really remembered her granddad. But her name was on a check that he left behind for her. Like, the money he had, left behind. And he put her name on one of the checks. And she was like, damn, I didn't know that. Because I had really just talked her into, like, looking back into her history and looking back into, like, what was left behind for her. And the bitch found out that she had some money left behind for her. And it's just common sense. Shit that you should know, but the death world is so fucking bitch. It's so much you can know and you can find out. But everyday life don't tell you about looking into like, you know, what your family or what your grandpa or what your grandma or just what your ancestors that could have left behind for you. Because bitch, my dad digs into us deep. Life insurance. He digs into us deep because my daddy is strict about life insurance. He's strict about it. He is. If you meet my dad on the street, the first thing y'all probably gonna talk about is life insurance. He don't give a fuck about nothing else. Do you have life? My daddy asks this question every day to randoms all the time. We could be out in Walmart. Do you have life insurance? Did you have life insurance? It just come out so random because he's so fucking onto it. Bitch, if I die right now, my daddy would get money. He will receive money. If my daddy died right now, I would get money because I'm left on the wheel. It'll be split between me, my brother, and my two sisters. And bitch, we all good. We set. So he's entering his retirement. That's why we've been discussing you know, leaving the funeral home to me and one of my brothers. My other siblings, they're not funeral home people. They hate funerals, bitch. They don't even go to, if a family member of ours died, they wouldn't even show up to it. They don't like shit about funerals. If my daddy need them, they'll come, but they don't like funerals. They don't like funeral homes. They don't like it. Because my daddy made all of us work in a funeral home when we was young. We all was young. My daddy made all of us work the funerals. Bitch, we all will be in there working that funeral. Bitch, and we could be mad as all outdoors can get, but you wouldn't even know it. Because we had a smile on our face, and we was in there working the funerals. Bitch, we was in there working. Passing out fans, passing out peppermints, passing out obituaries down. Okay. Spreading misinformation. Who? Oh, you can't tell me anything about the funeral home industry. You can't tell me anything about it. Me? You can't. You can't tell me shit about the funeral home industry. Nothing. Bitch, I was in Pampers in the funeral home. You understand that? You can't tell me shit. And everything I just told you about the funeral home, when it comes to you not having insurance, and when you don't have insurance and how you be buried, that's exactly how it goes. Exactly how it goes. At least mine, it do. And not just mine, but bitch, all around the central Texas area, in the area we in, it go down the same way. You can't tell me anything about it. This shit was beating us, bitch. Not like actually beating us, but when I say beating us, it's like, as in like we had to know about it. We had to learn about life insurance. We had to learn about how funerals go, how to work a funeral, how to just the overall just the outlook of funerals in a funeral home. We had to. We had no choice. No choice at all. And I guarantee you this, you a bitch with no life insurance, period. I guarantee you are. You a bitch without life insurance. I don't argue. I have to stop arguing with bitches with no life insurance. If you ain't got life insurance, can't talk to me. If you ain't got life insurance, can't talk to me. Bitch, you's literally a lynch when you dead. And I guarantee you a young, dumbass, full of cum ass bitch. That when you die, you're gonna be another statistic. Said what I said. Said what I said. You just gonna be another bump on a log in a funeral home, and they ain't gonna know what to do with your bum ass. Simple. You can't tell me shit about nothing. You can't tell me nothing about nothing when it comes to the funeral home industry. Nothing. And if I gotta put my daddy on the phone to gag a few of you bitches, we'll do that too. We'll do that too. And he will be glad to open up that beak and let y'all know something about this funeral home life insurance shit. Because a lot of you bitches is just bitches with no life insurance. Half the fucking world walking and talking, not even half, bitch, ain't got no life insurance. Just a walking statistic. When you die, you ain't gonna have no headstone. You ain't gonna have nothing. You just gonna be a dead son of a bitch. You're gonna be a memory, is all you gonna be, bitch. When they go visit you at the funeral home, bitch, you're gonna go out there and see nothing but grass. Grass. Ain't, bitch, you're gonna have nothing but feet walking all over your fucking, your grave site. You just gonna be a fucked up bitch. Bitch, my casket and my headstone picked out, bitch. Are you dumb? And I picked it out, ho. What's up? What's up? Paid for it too, pussy asshole. So before you talk to me or open your mouth on me, bitch, make sure you got some life insurance. Make sure your casket picked out. And I ain't renting mine, bitch. I'm going in the ground with mine, bitch. So when you read me, bitch, make sure your ducks are in a row. Simple. Because if they not, I'm going to read your motherfucking ass. A young dumb bitch. Have a nice one. Sick of you. You doing too much talking, but you ain't getting up in the box showing me what you got. As in, what you got, and as in life insurance, bitch. Show me a life insurance policy right now. Fuck, nigga. You doing all this yipping and yapping, but bitch, where your life insurance policy at, bitch? Fuck is you talking about, bitch? Cause if you ain't got it to show what you got all this mouth and all this lip. Cause you know, I mean, you know oh so well about the funeral home. Well, I'm giving misinformation, right? But you keep babbling and labbing at the lip. Shut up. Shut up. You must got somebody in your family that own a funeral home. A legit funeral home. Not no goddamn illegal side road country bumpkin ass funeral home. Legit in the city, permit down, license down. My daddy, yo. My daddy, yo. So shut the fuck up. I would never give you faggots to bitch. Do you think I'm? Let me tell you something, baby. You a bitch. My dad. But listen, the staff at my daddy funeral home and my daddy at the funeral home has been told to not give a yay or a nay. You can call all you want. You will never find out the name of it. Thank you, Longhorn. You'll never find out. That you'll never find out. That you'll never find out. And even if you call around and ask, does a Key Lime Benson work here? You're gonna get nothing but no's. So try it if you want to. You're gonna look dumb as fuck. You're gonna look